Good morning, my dear students, and welcome to today's biology class. In the last class, we all discussed about different types of the microorganisms, how the microorganisms are categorized, and what are the where they will live more. All these points we discussed. And today class, we'll discuss about the useful microorganisms. Even though just we can say that even microorganisms are harmful also, that we are going to study in the later class. And then today's class will discuss about the useful microorganisms. Okay, and these uses also we can classify into different areas: commercial area, medicinal area, fertility area. So the food wise, how it will be useful, like that in different areas they divided. First, let me say about the commercial use of the microorganisms. Commercial use of microorganisms. Okay, how these microorganisms are beneficial to the human brains. That's what the title is given in your textbook, Microorganisms and Us. How it will be helpful for to the human beings. In the commercial value, and we can say that for the production of alcohol, microorganism useful. Okay, yes, we can do a small activity for regarding this commercial production of an alcohol, and take a beaker and fill with a little amount of the water. Just you can go for the measurement also. 500 ml of water it is given in your textbook, and take the sugar, and we require the beaker containing the water, and we need sugar, and we also need the yeast powder. This is available in the baking places, or in the grocery shops also we'll get. Okay, yes. So take a beaker filled with water, and add the 2 to 3 spoons of the sugar inside it. Okay, yes. And now take an yeast powder, at least 1 spoon of the yeast powder, and stir it. Okay, and stir it and close with this lid. Okay, otherwise just you can take another lid, and just you can close this particular lid like that, and leave it without disturbing at least 2 to 4 hours. Okay, and as you are at home, yes, you can do that. Take a glass of water, and then add 3 or 4 spoons of sugar, and take a yeast granules, and leave it like that. Within 1 hour, if or 2 hours, if you smell it, and we can feel the pungent smell it comes, that is nothing but we'll call it as an alcoholic smell. It will be comes. And how it is possible, and what is this particular process called? The conversion of sugar with the help of the yeast in an absence of an air. As we close it, there is no chance for the air to enter inside. Anaerobic respiration. Okay, in higher classes we'll study that in absence of an air, oxygen, and this yeast converts the sugar into ethyl alcohol and produces a little amount of the gas that is called as an carbon dioxide. So this particular process we'll call it as an fermentation. Okay, is it clear, children? Then activity how we did means the production of an alcohol. Just take a beaker. Okay, I'll give these points in the key points also. Take a beaker and fill it with water. And add sugar. Okay, plus yeast granules. Okay, sugar and yeast granules. So the condition is here: absence of air, absence of oxygen. This sugar conversion of sugar into sugar and this water into the alcohol by the help of this yeast granules is called as a fermentation. Okay, the process is known as fermentation. Okay, definition. What is the definition of this fermentation? Means conversion of sugar in the presence of yeast, into alcohol. Okay, what is the symbol for alcohol? Means C2H5OH. In the presence of yeast, it converts into alcohol, that is called C2H5OH, is known as fermentation. Okay, is it clear? Yes. So by the fermentation, alcohol production takes place. So here the yeast is a microorganism. It is the fungi. Okay, with the help of the fungi, the production of alcohol occurs. So who explained this particular theory? Who discovered the word fermentation? Who discovered the word fermentation means Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur, he discovered the word fermentation in the year 1820. Louis Pasteur discovered in the year 1857. Okay, Louis Pasteur discovered the word fermentation in the year 1857, and commercially we are getting, by the fermentation commercially we are getting the alcohol. Got it? Yes. Second one. Second use is medicinal use. Medicinal use. Okay, under the medicinal use, we have to study about today's class two side headings. One is I'm going to explain about the antibiotics, and the second one is about the vaccine. Okay, yes. First one let me say about an antibiotics. Okay, antibiotic, maybe you all know about that. Anyone, just you name it, a few antibiotics. Antibiotic, famous antibiotic, you all know that. It is an penicillin. Okay, antibiotic like as a penicillin, and we are obtaining this from an fungi. Okay, now what is the scientific name for this fungi? Means Penicillium notatum. Penicillium notatum. That's, children, you already drew the diagrams, and I gave all this diagram work, and there you did this Penicillium notatum diagram. Okay, Penicillium notatum is a fungi. From the fungi we are obtained an antibiotic named as the penicillin. Okay, how this penicillin it will be works out? When we will take the penicillin, whenever you suffer with the fever, and if you go to the doctor, if you met the doctor will give the antibiotic named as a penicillin. Okay, well, how you have to use the penicillin? When you have to use the penicillin, all the time the antibiotics must be used under the prescription given by the doctor. Okay, yes, and once the doctor advised the dose, and that dose you have to follow, either maybe 5 days or the 4 days, 3 days, excuse me, whatever the dates he given, those dates just you have to observe, otherwise it will not be work out. Again we have to start the cycle. Is it clear, children? Yes. Along with the penicillin, then many antibiotics are there. Chloromycin, mycin. Mycin means bacteria, fungi. Chloromycin, streptomycin. I hope you heard about all this terminology. And the next one is erythromycin, etc. Okay? Yes. All these are antibiotics we are obtaining from fungi. Okay, who discovered this antibiotic? Who discovered the antibiotic means Alexander Fleming. Alexander Fleming discovered the antibiotic. In which year he discovered this antibiotic means he discovered an antibiotic in the year 1929. Then year 1929, Alexander Fleming discovered the antibiotic. And how and when he discovered this an antibiotic? When he discovered an antibiotic means when he is conducting the several activities in the bacteria culture. Okay, he used to take the bacteria, and he used to arrange the bacteria in a different trays, and he used to make them to grow in the laboratory to do some tests over the bacterial diseases and all. So whenever he's growing this culture of bacteria in the laboratory, and he noticed that a patch-like structures are the growing on the bacteria, and they stop the growth of the bacteria. They are not allowing the bacteria to grow. Did you get my point? Yes, when the bacteria is when the fungi is growing over the bacteria, the growth of the bacteria was stopped in that particular culture tray. So then he started studying that maybe the fungi has, we can derive certain antibiotics all the time. They will work only on the bacteria, children. In higher classes we will study. Whenever you will get an viral diseases, they don't suggest for you to go for the antibiotics. Okay, and they will act only on the bacteria because the bacteria lives all the time inside the tough cell. Whenever the antibiotics act on the bacteria, the tough cell wall was biochemical pathways are killed, disturbed by these antibiotics, and the bacteria, it will be suppressed. Okay, that is a different topic we'll study in the higher class, IC class later. Okay, yes, so then he noticed that the growth of the bacteria was stopped in the cultural tray, and then slowly he observed what makes this bacteria growth will be stopped, and he find out, and he noticed that is a group of bacteria, fungi is growing over that, and the fungi has releasing the certain the powerful chemicals, and from that chemical he derived and the injection or the antibiotic called as an penicillin. So like that, what happened, then antibiotics they came into the established by the work of this the great scientist Alexander Fleming in the year 1929. Got it? Okay. And the next, under the medicinal use, one more point is there, and we'll study about the vaccine. Actually, what is called as a vaccine? Okay, and what is called as a vaccination? Who discovered the vaccine, and when he discovered the vaccine? Okay, who discovered this vaccine means Edward Jenner. Edward Jenner discovered the vaccine. Okay, let me say the year in which year he discovered means in the year 1798. Children, years please don't forget it. Yes, you have to learn the years. Louis Pasteur discovered the fermentation process in the year 1857, and Alexander Fleming discovered this antibiotic named as a penicillin in the year 1929, and the next one is a vaccine was discovered by Edward Jenner in the year 1798. Okay, actually what is this vaccine? Vaccine means it is a Latin word. It means a vacca, or it is called as a cow. From the cow he discovered the vaccine. Okay, that is a different story we will study in the class 9. And let me explain about actually how this vaccine and a vaccination will be works. How it will be works. Okay, how this vaccine was made up of. What are there inside the vaccine. So how they used to make the vaccine means, vaccines are nothing but they are made up of with the different the sorts of the microorganisms. They collect all the disease causing microorganisms. For example, hepatitis causing virus, okay, jaundice causing virus, diphtheria causing virus, tuberculosis, leprosy, like that, all disease causing viruses they will collect, and just they will keep it in the one container, and just they will boil it, and they will make it like as an after boiling, just they will dry it, they'll make it like as a powder. Just how this yeast powder has come, like this yeast powder, this the powder it will become, and just they will keep it in the bottles, and then they will add the whenever they are giving the injection, they take the what is that called as a saline, and they will make it as a suspension, and they will shake it, and they will inject into our body. So vaccines are made up of different disease causing microorganisms. Disease causing microorganisms. Is there alive one? As I said, as they'll boil it and they'll make it as a powder, and then that powder we'll call it as a just what we'll call dead one. the dead one. So whenever they inject the dead powder into the body, then what will happen means whenever this microorganism, foreign bodies try to enter into our body, our antigens produced by the WBC. Okay, white blood cells are the scavengers of our body. Immediately they'll reach to the surface of the body and they will engulf this the foreign body. Okay, yes. Let me explain here the small example. What is that example here means? For example, you are alone at home. There are no your parents are not there at home. Okay, unknown guests came to your home. What you will do? You don't allow them to enter inside because you don't know who is he. Okay, yes, that is the first one. If you know him, what you will do? You'll open the door nicely. If you are good in hospitality, and you'll call him inside, you'll make them to sit and you'll give the water. Okay, this is the general example in case of the human beings. But whereas coming to this WBC, what is the nature of the WBC means? WBC first, even though unknown guests, the foreign bodies try to enter into our body. When the foreign bodies try to enter into your body, when you are at the age of 2 months or 3 months, 4 months or the 1 year age, at that time they'll give the polio vaccine for you. That polio vaccine contains many disease causing organisms. They're injecting into our body. So what the WBC is doing, it is allowing. It is allowing the disease causing organism to enter in our body. So that is the reason if the small baby, after the polio drops or the polio injections, what will happen? They'll suffer with the fever. Why? Because the WBC allowed them. Got it? First you did not allow when unknown person comes. When the known person comes, you are allowing. But what the WBC did here? When the unknown person comes, it is allowed. It is allowed all the foreign bodies. And all the antibodies, antigens which are present in the WBC surface, they recognize these foreign organisms. Next time, after the 1 year, after the 2 years, slowly the polio causing virus is trying to enter into our body. Is it allowed now? No. Why? Because already WBC know them. So immediately it reaches there and it will engulf it and it is protecting our body in such a way. That is the beauty of the vaccination. Did you get my point, children? First, they will allow it. When once they know, they does not allow it. They will stop it. So this was discovered by the Edward Jenner in the year 1798. So children, that's all for today, and the next class we will see some more uses of the microorganisms. Thank you.